Okay, so I was trying to find a unique topic for the presentation we had, and I decided to do carb loading for long distance runners. Um, Carbs are essential for them. So, carbohydrates, what are they? There's three types of carbohydrates. There's sugar, starch, and fibers. The main one is glucose, which falls under the sugars. They're a major food source and are a key form of energy. The body uses carbohydrates to function, maintain cells, and generate heat. Carbs also help regulate fat and metabolize protein. So some of the good carbs are oats and potatoes are the two best to eat because they're high in fiber and they're usually digest well. Other great carbs includes prunes, beans, and some peas, beets, yogurts, bananas, and carrots. They're all nutritious and they're just high in carbs. Be careful eating too many carbs though, because if you eat too many carbs and you don't work it off like long distance runners do, it starts to metabolize and you get fat if you don't work out. So be careful eating too many carbs. Some bad carbs are they're not high in fiber and they're not high in nutritional value. Some examples of this would be like chips, cookies, soft drinks, baked pastries, and high fructose corn syrup because it's not good for you. Um, these foods supply too many calories for the low nutritional value that comes with them. So carbs are like they're usually, I mean, you get it from anything healthy, like I said, like peas, carrots, potatoes, while chips and cookies and all that have too many sugars and they're just not nutritional. Um, so we're gonna get into why do runners carb load? Well, first, I mean, carbs fuel exercise and they fuel the body. Carbs are mainly glucose are converted into energy and keep a runner going. Without the glucose, I mean, run out of energy and then you can't run good anymore. The longer and faster you run, the more glucose you need to keep going. So that's why they eat a lot of carbs before, and also they eat it during the race to keep them going. Um, the normal carbohydrate intake is the body can store up to 2,000 calories just in carbohydrates. So 170 to 244 grams of carbs daily on a 1,500 calorie diet. So someone like smaller like me would be on a 1,500 calorie diet, and then a bigger person or somebody who works out frequently would need 281 to 406 grams of carb daily on a 2,500 calorie diet. Carbohydrate intake before long distance running. How the runners prep for it is a couple days before the run. You up your diet with carbs to stock your muscles and liver with glycogen, which is part of the sugars category. You aim for up to 10 grams of carbs per kilogram of body weight. Right before the race, simple carbs like rices, pastas, or even fruit bars are essential. You don't want to eat big meals and stuff before a race because midway through the race you could start cramping and that's obviously going to slow you down. You don't want to eat heavy just for that reason. So they just eat, say, like a couple rice cakes or a bowl of pasta before the race starts or whatever, just to give them that last little bit of carbohydrates that they need. They also will during the race. There'll be like if you're running like a half marathon or something like that. There will be like stations with like Powerades and stuff like that to keep your body hydrated and something with carbs in it to give you more fuel to keep going. Um, One of the big things, like I've been saying, is glycogen. Glycogen's in your muscles, so much of the carbs you eat turn into glycogen, which is a form of glucose that stores energy. Like I said, under the sugars category. Muscles store about 400 grams of glycogen, while your liver only holds 135 grams of glycogen. So like a lot of the glycogen's in your muscles, so that it just keeps you going. This is important because a high glycogen content is essential for long distance runners to keep them going. Because energy, 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 they need energy to keep going. Some other cool facts about carbs. Carb loading is also used in healthcare world. They use it for patients prior to like a cholesterol surgery. Just so they're well metabolized and they're full. A carb has 4 calories per gram. There are also fungi and arthropods also have a form of carbs called chitin. And the last cool fact was carbs are essential for human cells to perform tasks, which is the main reason runners carb load. And that is why long distance runners carb load before a race. Thank you.